It's your girl Ash, and I am back with another video. And today is NASCAR Saturdays, and I am reacting to a day remembering Dale Earnhardt. I just recently reacted to part 1. The link will be up there. So this will be part 2 and 3. If you guys haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Hit that red button so you could be a part of the family. Don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up. Enough of me talking. Let's get straight into this reaction.
Heyyyyy was founded on family and friends, with 3 teams starting the Daytona 500. Dale Jr., Steve Park, and Michael Waltrip, a journeyman who'd never won a race in his 16-year career.
Wow.
Now, NASCAR's premier event would be his first race driving for his longtime friend.
Just coming to my mom's house to see Mom the day after my dad died. My phone rang and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm over here with Mom, just hanging out." He said, "I'll be there in 10 minutes. And he hadn't mentioned coming or anything, but he wanted to come and hold my mom's hand, and just say, you got a special husband. He raised these 2 boys, and these guys are a big part of my life. And so I think that meant the world to Mom, and I think it showed a lot of people in my world that he was a special person.
Maybe Earnhardt saw a friend who needed a helping hand. Or maybe he saw something in Waltrip that others did not.
Michael Waltrip. Scraping along the wall. Got to pin it right up against the wall. He hit awful hard.
I had started my engine 462 times and hadn't ever been able to win a race.
That is Michael Waltrip, out of control, trying.
Time was ticking. Time was running out for me to be able to get a top ride.
When Dale put Michael in the Napa car, and everybody said, "Have you lost your mind? He's driven 400-some races and had never won a race. Why did you pick him?"
That's his friend.
Dale always knew in his heart that Michael could drive, and he always felt like he just needed an opportunity.
You know what? It takes that one friend, that one person that believes in you just as much as you believe in yourself. Even if you doubt yourself sometimes, it's just good to have that good support system, somebody that is there to push you to keep going. And clearly, Dale was definitely that person.
That opportunity was at hand. With well wishes and good luck kisses lingering in the gasoline-scented air, engines were ready to start NASCAR's most important day.
We all need a friend like Dale.
You're watching Fox Sports, home to the World Series, Super Bowl 36, and now the 43rd running of the Great American Race, the Daytona 500.
It's like you get the NFL contract and your very first game is the Super Bowl.
Hi everyone, Mike Joy with the 1989 winner of this race, Darrell Waltrip, after 17 years of trying, and Larry McReynolds, who's been to victory lane in the 500 twice as a crew chief. Gentlemen,
I firmly believe with us going on the Fox network and with the amount of promotion we had done, that we were going to get a very broad audience. So that's why we'd spent so much time with the camera angles, why we'd spent so much time with the audio, so much time with the graphics, so that when the big audience was watching, they went, "Oh, I get it. It's not just a bunch of rednecks running around a track. This is really exciting." And I kept hearing in my head Bill France Jr. saying to me, "You've got to stress this is a sport." And so we had to lay out this wonderful picture about why everyone had fallen in love with the sport, and why they'd fallen in love with the sport were these daring young men who were going to risk everything for glory.
Rolling thunder rose to life as NASCAR machines rolled off the starting grid. The day's events had been put into motion.
Dale Earnhardt is the most prolific restrictor plate driver in NASCAR history. 11 wins and only 52 plate starts. Today chasing his 35th total victory here in Daytona.
The plan was simple. He said, "Me and you and Dale Jr. are going to work together and win this race." Thought, sounds great, but it doesn't sound very realistic. There's 40 other cars that are going to try to be messing that whole plan up.
At Daytona, you can plan who you want to run with and who you want to draft with, and then they wave the flag.
So is it each man for itself, for themselves?
It's set to get underway. Terry Bradshaw waves the green flag. We're racing.
When the race started, my car wasn't exactly right. It was loose, and so I needed to work on it.
Look at Mikey. He's got a handful. That's what we call a handful. When you get the wheel pulled way around there like that, he's got a handful of steering wheel.
I can't help but notice the front of the roof here on Earnhardt's car. It's like it's buffeting. It's because Rusty Wallace, the car in front of him, with that roof flap across the roof, or that roof fan, it's putting dirty air, and it's making the air on Earnhardt's car mad. It don't know what to do.
Here comes Earnhardt down the inside.
Under Marlin, 3 wide through the tri-oval, and he almost took the nose off Marlin's car coming back up.
I believe Schrader led that lap.
He did.
Good man, Schrader.
The first 150, 70 laps, basically, I saw them, but we really there's too many cars. We never could really get together and team up.
Look at Earnhardt.
Right down to the apron to take the lead.
With Jeff Gordon pushing him in the 24 car, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the red car, the 8 car pushing with him.
Dale and Dale Jr. got to the front in a hurry, and I kind of rode in the middle of the pack for longer than I wanted to. Then the crew made some adjustments and made my car right. I could drive the heck out of it.
I was about to say, how come the spotter?
There he is. Come on, buddy.
Look at him. He's trying.
Give me a chance to talk about you.
There's one time during the course of the race that all 4 of us were running 1, 2, 3, 4. Me, Dale Jr., Steve Park, and Dale.
Impressive. All 3 of them DEI cars up there in the lead.
I've been in so many things in the last 25 laps. I wasn't thinking until the last couple laps and see what happens. You just try to position yourself up there where you're in that group and try to be able to make something happen, or if something happens, you can capitalize on it.
Against the big one, it's what we've all been fearing. This kind of racing is going to happen.
A horrible crash on the back straightaway that began when Tony Stewart got turned sideways against the backstretch wall number 20.
You know, it just seemed like the lid was about to bubble off of this pot here, and it just seemed like with that event, we thought maybe eliminated enough cars to make it come down to where we knew who we needed to race and how we were going to be able to accomplish this.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
A lot of good cars got taken out in that big crash. And so when the cars are stopped on the racetrack over on the back straightaway, not only are we catching our breath, but so are those guys. And at the same time, they're strategizing.
We pulled to a stop on the front straightaway, and I'll be darned. I looked in my mirror, and I was leading the race. Dale and Dale Jr. were right behind me.
Wow.
And I thought about his plan, you know. I know he's a great race car driver and a champion, but this is crazy what he called out.
Junior was sort of philosophic. It was kind of strange because he got on the radio and told the crew, he says, no matter what else happens, he says, let's be thankful, because he said, we've had a great week, we've had a great race, and we're so lucky that we missed that crash.
I remember him coming on there, and I can't remember if it's before or as soon as the wreck happened or during the red flag, but he said, Richard, if they don't do something to these cars, it's going to end up killing somebody. It kind of always sticks. That's one of the things I can remember, and I don't remember at what point he said that, but it was after Tony's wreck.
Wow.
The 2001 Daytona 500 had already revealed the brutal nature of the day's close-quarter bumper-to-bumper banging and bumping.
That was a bad crash.
In the final laps, Dale Earnhardt would battle not for victory, but to protect his team.
Green flag.
There's one point during the race after the red flag where I felt like he let me in line. And I remember thinking, that's never happened before. I know he's never let me in line. I don't think he's ever let anyone in line.
I wonder what that means.
You gotta have nerves of steel, folks, to see what these guys saw just now. These cars all flipping and flying through the air and hop right back out there just like it never happened.
I was leading the race. My car was handling perfectly. Dale Jr. was pretty safe as well because he had Dale behind him, and Dale was just pushing Dale Jr. and me. So us two had it made, basically, and Dale was in a mess.
Earnhardt. Sterling got into Earnhardt.
Dale is doing everything he can.
So he's protecting Junior, and I see
You
it.
never saw Dale Earnhardt Sr. do anything but drive offensively. But in the closing laps of that 500, we saw him on defense. You know he wanted to win another 500. But I think he was going to be perfectly content running third that day.
Yeah.
This is when we're going to find out. We're coming around for the white flag.
And I thought, if this motor doesn't blow up and the tires don't blow out, I'm going to go down there and make 2 lefts, and I'm going to come back and win the Daytona 500.
Make that back straightaway wide, buddy. Get all over the place.
Yeah,
Come
he's
on,
definitely
man.
in
Come on
defense
now. Watch the
mode.
mirror. Watch it. He's going to make a run inside.
I kept trying to tell Dale Jr., just stay on Michael. And Sterling started coming, 36 started coming, and all of a sudden there was a lot of activity around Dale for third place.
Got him, boy.
3 wide behind them.
You got him, Mikey. You got him, man. You got him. Come on, man.
Last lap at Daytona. Everybody's arguing over space, trying to get your nose in there. If you get your nose in there, maybe you can make the rest of it fit. All of a sudden, I saw his car cut left, and I said, this can't be good.
Come on. Beat him in the forward. Beat him back. Come on. You got it, man. You got it. You got it. You got it.
Michael Waltrip wins.
Oh, man. All right. The television dream come true.
And he's about to get the best ride in racing.
Man.
The Daytona 500 victory lane. Darrell, is this better than winning it?
Oh, it's better. This is great. I was hoping David was going to take it. I guess he's all right, isn't he?
Our car came to a rest. I'm thinking, wow. I said, I'm going to go over and just shoot the bull with Dale. Mikey and Junior run 1-2. He got crashed protecting third on the last lap, so he's not going to be in the best mood, but he's not going to be that friggin' mad. So when I went up to the car and took the window net down, I knew he was in trouble. I knew right away he was in trouble, and I signaled for the emergency crews to get there like quicker. And they were there quick, but just quicker yet. And I just knew he was in trouble.
I remember when I seen the wreck happen, I just jumped down off the toolbox, yanked my headset off because I knew we had a good shot at winning, and put my headset back on and hollered at Dale. I said, Dale, you all right? You all right, Dale? 2 or 3 times. He never did answer me. So I turned over to Mike Skinner's channel, and I said, Mike, stop over there. They'd done took the checker by that time and was headed down the backstretch. I said, stop there and make sure Dale's okay. Make sure it just didn't undo his helmet and got out. Let me know if he's out of the car or whatever. Skinner come on there. He said, you better go to the infield care center. He said, boy, he doesn't look good.
We just kept waiting. Come on, climb out. Come on, help him out of the car. Come on, get him out of the car. He's got to go to victory lane. You got to get him out.
Junior got out, and again, I don't know quite his thoughts at that point, but his thought was, we're going to go to the medical center, the care center in the infield, and see Dad. Junior went in, and he went through and just caught Kenny Schrader's eye just for a split second, and he said it was really then that he knew that something was seriously wrong.
I go to the bus. I get Teresa, Jimbo, the bus driver's with us, and that's when they just got the new infield care center, and we went into there. Not really thinking, anything. We get there, and they're taking him straight to the hospital. So now we're getting antsy. Okay, something's up.
Richard came in the infield care center, and you're sitting in there, and you got the little curtains and stuff, and Richard, those curtains. What's the deal? I probably turned white. And he said, how is he? I said, I ain't good. And he said, you mean we're gonna be out for a while? I said, oh no, buddy. It's, we got bigger problems.
Kenny wasn't himself. He was just as pale as he could be, and he said, took a few deep breaths, and he said, look, I'm not a doctor. They had released him from the care center. He said, I'm telling you, it don't look good. It don't look good. And at that point, my heart just fell. And so Judy and I got in the car and headed to the hospital.
We get in a car and get a police escort to the hospital. We're going back roads around the turns.
I said a lot of prayers on the way to the hospital. That's all I can say.
While we're dealing with that, somebody's won the race, and he's going to victory lane.
Started celebrating what I thought was the greatest day ever in the history of NASCAR, and especially in my history. I mean, it was perfect. Everything went just like Dale said it would, and I couldn't wait to see him.
Wow. Whew, that was definitely a lot. Oh my goodness. Very sad. How could you, celebrate, You're thinking that you have this great victory and your team won and your friend, put you out there and you guys did it. The strategy worked, and whew, this is a very sad story. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Give me your thoughts. Give your girl a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, fam.